Hi, welcome to today's What Would Evie Do? What would I do in this situation? So I have manifested somebody back into my life and I am dealing with breadcrumbs. So I'm dealing with hot and cold behaviour, basically. Lots of messages and then no messages for ages and then maybe the odd message and a bit bland, nothing much going on there. What would I do if I wanted to manifest more? Okay. This is quite a short one, this one, because it's so simple and to the point. The first thing I do is I think, what is going on inside of me that I am getting these breadcrumbs? Am I expecting breadcrumbs? Do I have a feeling of hot and cold? They're hot and cold, they message sometimes, then they go off the boil. What is the feeling? If I had to label the feeling inside of me, what would it be? That is the first thing to notice, because that will be what's going on here. Now, you can go back. I would go back and go, okay, do I have any old patterns that are coming back from old relationships that are showing themselves in this relationship? Is it a belief that I have? Now, I would know that it's not, because I have never been like that in relationships. I've always actually felt very confident that the other person would always be super interested. Maybe once when I haven't thought that, but mostly I have always thought that, and I've never had that concern, and that has never reflected to me because I've never had that concern. So I've always had it that actually the other person has always been much more keen than I've been, because I've always felt that that would be the case. So that wouldn't be a problem for me, but definitely look at that. And if that is for you, you just need to suggest something different to your subconscious. All you need to suggest is, okay, that's obviously an old program and it's transferred to this from the past relationship, but it isn't true, not true. So you're just telling yourself that actually you've just made that up. You've made that story up and it's not true, but I wouldn't need to do that. So I would know that it's something about this particular relationship that is bugging me. Okay, so why have I got that feeling? Let's see, can I go back to something that happened before in this relationship that kicked this off, that made me, that implanted that feeling and made it grow and grow and grow? And I would probably be able to find something. Yes, it started about this time. Okay, so I would go back to that time and I would find that time in my mind and I would revise it. I would make so that had not happened. But that particular time when I started to feel that I didn't feel that, I might say, no, I didn't feel that, or that didn't happen. Or I might go back to a day. If I could pinpoint a time that it started to happen, then I would rewrite that kind of moment in my mind. I would think, I want this relationship. I want this relationship to progress. So I'd have to know that for a start. Do I want this? Yes, I do want it to progress. Okay, well, I am feeling hot and cold. That's the feeling I've got going on. That's the search that I'm putting in to the search engine that is Google, the search engine that is reality. And I'm saying, give me more, please. I'm looking for this. Please give me more hot and cold, because I'm feeling it. I'm focusing on it. I'm talking about it. I'm thinking this is what's going on. So the more that I'm thinking this is what's going on, the more I'm getting delivered to me. It's a bit like, when you log into YouTube and you get stuff delivered to you, other videos delivered to you and shown to you on your home feed in relation to what you have searched for before. So the more you search for certain things, the more you're going to get back along those lines. So other video content along those lines. This is exactly the same thing. The more you feed it, the more you're going to get it delivered back. So I would know that was what's going on. So I would go, okay, I'm going to practice the feeling of plentiful contact, of meaningful contact, of not I deserve contact or anything like that, just the feeling of it. How would it feel if they were contacting me regularly? How would that feel? And I would tap into that feeling. That's what I want. I need that feeling in order to see that shown back to me. That's all that I need to do. First of all, you have to know that you're worthy of it. You have to know that you deserve it. Why should you not? What is, all of the great things about you. Remind yourself that you are a catch first. So I would do that, because I would genuinely think that I am, because why not? I do think that I am. So and then I would just tap into the feeling of either. So there's two ways I could do it. I could either, and actually I have to be honest about this, I probably wouldn't tap into that feeling, because I wouldn't need to. What I would need to do, being me, is just drop the feeling of it as it was and think, okay, if I'm putting in that search, if I'm feeling that, then that's the search I'm putting in, and that's what I'm going to get delivered back to me. So I just need to stop that. The point I'm at now, I could just stop that and that will be enough. I do that a lot in my life, in my marriage, for example. I do that a lot. If I notice a feeling going on, if something's going on at home, and I will then think, oh, hang on, why is this going on? I will feel the feeling inside of me, think, oh yeah, I can see where this is going on, and I will immediately drop it, and normality will resume. honestly. And so that is what I would do. But if I was to go back a few years, and when I started messing around with the feeling and understanding that the feeling was like a search term that I was putting into the database that is reality, then I would have practiced the feeling of plenty of contact, happy with the amount of contact I'm getting, for example, use that phrase, and then felt that and kept tapping into that feeling, so that what then happens is the old feeling kind of dissipates and that becomes the main feeling. And then before you know it, you're getting that more contact and you haven't even really had to think about it, and you've kind of looked and thought, oh, I'm kind of getting that contact now. It happens very, very naturally. So that is what I would do. I would notice that I could not get reliable, exciting, interesting, spontaneous contact if I was feeling like hot and cold. I'm getting hot and cold, because that is what is, as I've said in my last video, I see reality as a huge database, and that would be how I would feel that I was asking for. So if I'm asking for something, I'm going to get it. So, and me asking for something is me feeling it. If I'm feeling it, that's what I'm asking for. So I have to notice that first. I would notice it and think, okay, definitely. And for sure, I'd know that that was what's going on. Because when something happens like that, we do feel it, we do think about it. It does become our dominant feeling on the subject. So we need to notice it and either drop it completely and just think, oh God, what am I doing? If we can do that, and I can do that. And if you can't, you swap it with the feeling that you do want, and it's a practice. It's a practice, and then you will notice that your whole feeling state has changed and you haven't really had to do that much to make it happen. So I wouldn't go down the scripting route. If you've tried all of that and it's not for me, I wouldn't do that. So there's no point me talking about it, because I wouldn't do it, so we're not even going to go there. I would do that with the feeling. That is what I would do. It's all based around the feeling. I'd feel the feeling of what I wanted, feel the feeling of regular contact, on and off, in order to help dissolve the old feeling of the hot and cold. And then it would just happen naturally. You'd then think, oh, we've had loads of contact this week, and you wouldn't have really kind of thought about it too much. So then don't then think, oh, what if it goes again? Because just go with the flow then. That's what I would do. Go with the flow. So feel it, and then when I had it, go with it. And if it slipped back again, just go back to that until eventually it doesn't slip back and you've got exactly what you've wanted. And you felt like, don't even know if I did that, or whether it just happened naturally, because it will be such a natural process, because this is supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be hard. Can you imagine if we were designed this way and it was supposed to be really, really hard for us to... No, we've just got to tap into... We will never fully understand it, but we just need to tap into it in the best way, in the way that works for us, and work with it in the way that works for us. And that is what I would do. So if you can get on board with that, then give that a go, and hopefully this was useful. I'm a writer, author, my books are listed below, all based around the law of attraction. Get Back With Your Ex continues to be my most popular, just goes on selling, which is awesome, brilliant. And so that's listed below. I'm also a coach, a very limited coaching that I'm offering now. I don't mean limited as in I'm not offering you much help. I just mean that my dates are much more limited, because I'm in the middle of writing something at the moment, a couple of things actually, so I need to find time for that. But I also offer email coaching if that's any use to you. My son Harrison has a channel, and we also have a Law of Attraction podcast which goes out every week. So there's one due out I think next Monday or next Tuesday, and there's one, I'll link the latest one down below for you. So there you go, that's it.